The MAXX function may be a function that you're familiar with from Excel. The MAXX function tends to find the largest value in a column. That might be a number or it might be a date. Now I have a query, for example, that I'd like to show you called dim customers, and I'd like to add a column to this query. Now I can see if I look along this column that I have customer information. And what I want to show in this table is I want to show the date that they last placed an order. So I want to find the maximum of the order date by a particular customer. So I'm going to go and add a new column. And I want to call it the last purchase date equals shift enter // I want to show the date, the last date each customer placed an order in the internet sales table or query. So I could use the MAXX function because the MAXX function finds the largest value in a column. So I'm going to go shift enter tab and ask for MAXX. The MAXX function wants to know the column name. So I press single quote and I tell it to go and find the max of the order date, which it will find in the sales table. Now there's a few order entries, so I'm going to go down a little bit. Here it is here. This is the fact internet sales table and this is the order date. That's what I want. And so there's my result. But it's the same result all the way through. And that is because we have a situation where we have row context again. Even though there's clearly a relationship between the internet sales table and the customers table, that relationship is being ignored by the calculated column because we have a row context. We need to include the related table function in our MAXX function, so we don't get this repetition of the same value all the way down. Now the MAXX function unfortunately can't include anything inside of these brackets except the name of a column. So I can't mix my related table function with my MAXX function because MAXX only accepts a column in here. And yet I need to, because otherwise I can't break this row context situation. So there's a function called MAXX and sum x and average x, and they allow you to put the related table function inside of the MAXX function. Otherwise, these only accept a column. So there's average x, count AX, max x, min x, sum x, and a whole lot of functions that have x on the end. We are in the one side of the table in the one-to-many, so I'm going to modify this function and I'm going to change max to MAXX, and I'm going to put shift enter, oops, backspace that up. After the MAXX function, shift enter, I want to bring in the related table, and I can bring in the related table function because I've used MAXX. I can't use it with just MAXX. And the related table, I have to tell it that the related table is the internet sales table, and then close that bracket and comma, shift enter. And then it's the order date that I'm actually wanting to find the maximum of. So the MAXX function does return the maximum value, but it only allows a column inside of the brackets. The MAXX function and any of the X functions allow you to have the column that you want to find the max of, but also allows you to have the related table function inside of it in case there's a row context situation where you need it to give you a unique value per row. So I'm going to press enter. And there I have the date that each customer last placed an order.